What's cooking good looking? My name is Michael and welcome to the Gorbanize Company, where we hopefully serve up some delicious Pokemon content. In today's first episode, we're going to be starting our Pokemon SoulSilver Nuzlocke. Now, for those of you who may not know, Nuzlocke is basically just a way of playing through a Pokemon game with a certain set of rules that you adhere to. Very simple rules. Essentially, you have to catch, or you try to catch the first Pokemon, the first encounter in each route, right? That's the only one you're allowed to capture. And basically, if a Pokemon faints, if it's knocked out, it's dead. And you have to go put it away in your box, and you have to go try and beat the game by adhering to these rules. Other rules that we're going to follow are, we're going to nickname all of our Pokemon. That way we get a strong connection, strong bond with them, right? And then outside of that, basically, like, we can't really use Pokemon that are given to us by forced in-game trades, any of that sort of scenario. And as well, like, if we end up finding a shiny, right, and we it's like not our first encounter, then we're going to try and catch that because, I mean, who doesn't love a shiny? So let's go ahead and get it started. Man, I have not played SoulSilver in so long, but I remember when this game first came out. I mean, I was a huge fan of the original Gold and Silver games. Those are probably some of my favorite games from the whole, like, Pokemon, collection. Man, it just brings back so many good memories playing that, back when I was a little kid. And then when these games, came back out, got remastered into these Heart Gold, Soul Silver versions, I was extremely, extremely excited, especially when we all found out that, the Pokemon could follow you. That was such an incredible, such an amazing little thing to add to the game. So small, but again, just adds a huge, huge amount of connection to your Pokemon, which I thought, that's one of the reasons why I thought it'd be fun to do a Nuzlocke on this one. So, alright, we're missing all of this setup. Alright, that's Professor Oak. This world is widely... Yep, okay. We humans live alongside Pokemon as friends, yep. At times we play together, and at other times we work together. Some people use their Pokemon to battle and develop closer bonds with them. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Are you a boy or are you a girl? Won't you please tell me? Alright, well, let's play as a boy. Yep. Please tell me your name. Alright, well, I guess we'll just go with what I usually end up choosing for all of my playthroughs. My name is Michael, but I usually like going by Mike on these sorts of games, just a little bit shorter. Yeah, your name is Mike. Are you ready? Fun experiences, difficult experiences, there's so much waiting for you. Dreams, adventure, let's go to the world of Pokemon. I'll see you later. So, I've played a lot of Pokemon throughout the years, right, and I do a little bit of competitive Pokemon, so my goal with this one is to be as strategic and as precise as possible, right? I want the least amount of casualties as possible. I know it's hard to ask for, so much of it is random and luck-based, but you know what? We're going to try and get a strategy early on, right? And I'll talk about it as we're kind of going, and adhere to it as best as possible. So here we are talking to our mom. She's talking about Lyra. She was playing hide and seek with her Meryl. Oh, I almost forgot. Our acquaintance, Professor Elm, was looking for you. He said he had a favor to ask of you. You know where the lab is, right? It's right next door to us. By the way, do you have everything you need to go out? Here, use this bag to carry things. This is your trainer card. Here, you can save a record of your progress. These are also rather helpful. Just try touching the buttons, and you'll know what to do in no time. Aw, thanks, Mom. I used to love calling my mom in the original games, back in the day. Because I guess phone features are in this one, which is really fun. There she is. I wonder when we get to meet Lyra. Alright, but in the meantime, let's go to Professor Elm and see which starter we're gonna select. Yep, I remember this little joik. This little jerk hiding back here. And I think we get to name him as well, so we'll have to think of something. Professor Elm. Hi, Mike. I've been waiting for you. Do you know anything about my research? As you know, Pokemon are carried in Pokeballs these days. But before the Pokeball was invented, people used to walk with Pokemon, just like your friend Lyra does. Pokeballs are great because you can carry many Pokemon, but walking with Pokemon must have some advantages. Could have something to do with how Pokemon grow or evolve, so I'm going to give you a Pokemon. Can you walk beside this Pokemon outside of its Pokeball to see if this brings any special feelings or bonds? Yeah, let's do it. So, let's see. Who are we going to choose? Now, I've been thinking about this quite a bit, right? And I usually almost always chose Totodile, right? Totodile is my favorite starter from this generation, because for alligators, sick. But, I always choose him, so I thought I'd maybe choose something different this time around. Plus, again, going back into my strategy, first things first, I'm going to want a water Pokemon that has the Shell Armor ability. Now, the Shell Armor ability protects you from any critical hits, right? Critical hits are any Pokemon Nuzlocke players, Bane, right? Like, it could turn a perfectly normal situation into a catastrophe. So, we're going to try and get a water Pokemon with Shell Armor, so that means either, Cloyster, Kingler, Lapras, something along those lines. So that doesn't mean we have to get lucky and find one, but we will be trying. So Totodile is out of the race for me. Then I was like, well, Chikorita doesn't get enough love, right? I don't know that many people that like, the Chikorita line. But again, if I'm trying to be strategic, Chikorita grass types have so many weaknesses, right? The first two gym leaders are Flying and Bug, both that are super effective against grass. And then again, Meganium just doesn't have anything crazy going on, so sorry, Chikorita, I'm going to have to pass up on you, which means that Cyndaquil is going to be my choice, right? There are some good fire types in this region, but none too crazy that I would want to pick up, maybe like, Arcanine or Ninetales, but I think Cyndaquil is just a good, solid option. Yes, we do want to give Cyndaquil a nickname, and it is a female. That is amazing. Okay, so I did have a name in mind. I'm going to be naming them all with a specific theme. So if you can catch on to that theme, let me know down in the comments if you get an idea. So I'm really happy that it is a female because this nickname makes all the more sense. So if you don't know, the starter Pokemon have like a 7 and 8 chances of being male. So getting a female is very rare off the bat. So here we go, Cinnamon, our female Cyndaquil. Now, again, play a lot of Pokemon online, Pokemon Showdown, competitive. So I know a lot about, natures, EVs, IVs, and all that stuff. So hopefully we do end up getting a Cyndaquil with a good nature, right? We want either like an attack, special attack, or speed boosting nature. That would be incredible. So we'll see what we get here in a second. All right, so I think Professor M is telling us that we have to go to Mr. Pokemon's house. If your Pokemon gets hurt, you should heal it with this machine. It's so easy to use. Just check the PC on my desk. Professor Elm. All right, Mr. Pokemon goes everywhere and finds rarities. His house is past Cherry Grove City. Go north a little past Cherry Grove. I'm counting on you, Mike. All right, let's see what our little... Oh, this guy. All right. Mike, I want you to have these to help you with your task. Potions. That's going to be very helpful, right? These early routes, even though all the Pokemon are incredibly underleveled, are probably some of the scariest, right? Because you just don't know what can happen. So these potions are a lifesaver. Thank you, buddy. Cinnamon. Staring steadfastly. All right, let's see what we are working with. Summary. Mild. Okay, so I think... Oh man, off the top of my head, I think that's a defense or special defense boosting, but I can't remember what it decreases. So, not terrible. Somewhat vain. I think that means it's got really good special defense IVs. So, that's not bad. Maybe we can work with that for sure. So, let's go back and continue on our journey. There's Lyra. Mike, so you picked a Cyndaquil. That's a cute Pokemon you have there. When you walk with it, it'll become more friendly. You should turn around and talk to it sometimes too. Oh, that's right. Why don't you show it to your mom? See ya. That's a cute little Meryl. All right. Let's go back home real quick, talk to our mom, and then head onto our adventure. Oh, Mike, that's a cute Pokemon you have. Professor Elm must have given it to you. Oh, Professor Elm has a task for you, you say? What kind of task? I see. That sounds a little difficult. But when someone makes that kind of request of you, it must be important. Oh, that's right, I completely forgot. Your Pokegear came back from the repair shop. Here you go. Ba-ba-da-ba. The Pokemon Gear, or Pokegear as it's often called, is what every trainer should have. Guess what? You can use your Pokegear to make a phone call too. Do you remember how? I do. Just power on the Pokegear and touch the telephone button. Okay. The names of the people you can call are automatically registered. Just select one to give him or her a call. Yeah, that's one of the, I remember one of the really cool features of this game. Just randomly calling up, you know, like all these random people that you've met. Alright, let's see what this jerk has to say. This is a famous Allen Pokemon Lab. What are you staring at? I imagine him being British or something. Okay, doesn't have to be. Wait 1 second. I almost completely forgot about this. Here, I'll give you my... Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Just randomly calling up good old Professor Elm. Alright, thanks, man. I think, don't know if I'll be calling you that much. So, we do not have Pokeballs yet, so we actually cannot catch our very first encounter. But, hopefully, we will try and level up our Cinnamon a little bit before we come back and have to face any of the trainers in the following routes. Alright, Tackle. One thing I totally forgot about this is that Tackle does not have 100% accuracy, which is insane, right? For like a 40 base damage move, it was so bad. The fact that it doesn't hit 100% of the time is terrible. So, that's one thing that we do have to be wary of. Not bad. So, here we go with Cinnamon. I know that there is, I guess, speaking of strategy, the first two gyms are weak to rock. So I think there's a Sudowoodo that we can catch before the first gym. So I think that's going to be one of my main party members that I'm going to try to get early on, just to make that first few gyms a little bit easier, and especially the third gym, Whitney's Demon Miltank. I'm sure if you've played the originals, you know of that absolute demon. So having a rock type will greatly increase our chances of success. Alright, so it looks like we're getting a little bit low. There's no need to risk it. So we're going to go ahead and give Cinnamon a potion. Absolutely no need to risk it this early on. We have 5 potions and we'll be able to heal pretty soon. So let's go ahead and use it up. Get Cinnamon hopefully up to level 6. And then we can take a look at her stats. See kind of what we're working with. Alright, good job, Cinnamon. 24. Ah, barely not enough. Okay, well, let's keep moving. Wild Sentret. Man, I've always have feared finding a shiny in the very beginnings of a game before you have Pokeballs. That always makes me so nervous. Let's go ahead and leer this. I don't like this defense curl business. Oh my god. Oh, this is so grindy already. Okay, we're just gonna tackle. Oh, there you go. Cinnamon already coming in clutch. Oh man, that's doing nothing. Alright, well, if they just want to keep defense curling, then we're fine. We're fine. That's one less potion we have to use. And this is going to give us a lot of good XP, so Probably around 6.5. Alright, let's see what we're working with. So, attack 11. Oof. So I think mild might be minus attack. Maybe high special defense, or maybe, oh man, I can't remember. But we'll check it out here in a little bit. But, I mean, 13 special attack, 13 speed. So off the bat, you know I'm going to be going for a specially based Typhlosion if we can get that far. Cherry Grove City. Alright, hello old man. You're a rookie trainer, aren't you? I can tell. That's okay, everyone is a rookie at some point. If you'd like, I can teach you a few things. Alright, follow me. This guy's gonna get us all the good stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot you weren't wearing the running shoes. I'll try to go as slow as possible, so try keeping up. Very well. This is a Pokemon Center. They heal your Pokemon in no time at all. You'll be relying on them a lot. Yes, we will, for sure. This is a Pokemon Mart. They sell Pokeballs for catching wild Pokemon and other useful items. Route 30 is out this way. Trainers will be battling their Pokemon there. If you go a little further, you'll see Mr. Pokemon's house. Not bad, not bad. This is the sea, as you can see. Ha. Some Pokemon are found only in water. Alright, alright. Yeah, the music is so classic. Here, it's my house. For your efforts keeping up with me, I'll give you my running shoes. They're still... Oh, okay. Got you, didn't I? Don't worry, these are brand new. Oh, okay. I was like... That's nasty. From the guide, gent. The instructions read, touch the sprint button on the touchscreen to sprint, or hold the B button. Very well. Oh yeah, let's go. This is going to make our trip so much faster. Let's see if we can buy Pokeballs yet. If we can buy some Pokeballs, we will be in a good spot. Welcome. What do you need? Buy. Oh man, there's no Pokeballs. Alright, I think we might get some free ones. I mean, someone might teach us how to catch Pokemon. Don't remember, but let's go ahead and heal our little buddy. Hello and welcome to the Welcome Center. Yep, I would. I do love how they jump up on the counter. That's really fun. Aw. Please come back anytime. Awesome. Let's go ahead and save real quick so that we do not have any hiccups. And I know sometimes it does take a little bit of time to save, but yeah, it feels so cool going back and playing these games from, you know, our childhood. Brings back so many memories. You know, all of the graphics are so nostalgic to me. I loved the artwork style for the Heart Gold, Soul Silver games specifically. Just brings back a lot of good memories. Hopefully I can do right by Cinnamon. I would hate to see something happen to her so early on. Oh, it's this old dude again. Huff, huff. I made it. Forgot about one thing. This is another token for me. Take it. The guide gent loaded the map card. Awesome. I can now show the town map. Select the Pokegear on the touchscreen and then select the town map icon. Awesome. Yep. Wish you luck on your journey. Oh, when are we going to be able to catch some Pokemans? We're going to have to go back to Route 29 and catch some Pokemon there as well. Ooh, okay. I might... Potion. I might just try to get this, try to get Cinnamon up to level 7 before we start fighting some trainers. Just for that little special extra, you know. And I think she learns Ember pretty quickly, right? So if we can learn Ember, get a stab move. For those of you who don't know what stab means, it means same type attack bonus, right? So if you attack with a move that is the same type as your Pokemon's typing, then you get an extra damage boost. So if you can, it is always better to attack with a stab move. Not like a stabby stab move, but you know, stab. These Kakunas, as annoying as they are actually fantastic for grinding, right? Because they can't hurt you. You don't have to waste any resources. They do give you some defense EVs or effort values, right? So our Cinnamon is definitely weak on the defensive side, so we will take all of that for sure. Yep, this is going to take a while. Oh. This reminds me of the classic old episode, right? Between the two Metapods back in, I think, the first season. A critical, let's go, man. Cinnamon is out here wildin'. All right, 40. Yeah, that's great stuff. That is great stuff already. Level 7. I think maybe at 8 they learn Ember. All right. So yeah, defense is looking pretty bad. So we're gonna have to be careful there. But special attack and speed are looking pretty solid. So, all right. So let's go out and maybe start fighting some trainers. We'll try and get our Cinnamon up to level 7 if we can, to try and give us a little bit of a leg up on these trainers. Oh. Huff, huff, I made it. I forgot about one thing. This is another token from me. Take it. The map card. Perfect. Thank you, old man. We can now see the town map. Perfect. Yes, that'll be very helpful in our journey. I wish you luck. Well, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and, like I said, let's try to get Cinnamon up to level 7. Oh, let's get that first, whatever that is. Potion, probably. Potion. Yep. Perfect. All right. Let's see what we can find here before we fight that bug trainer. Obviously, if we can get Cinnamon up to level 8 or 9, I think that's when they get Ember. Wow, where are all of... There you go. There's our encounter. Still don't have any Pokeballs, so we still can't catch any of these Pokemons, but go Cinnamon. Tackle. Yeah, once they learn Ember, it becomes a whole lot better, right? Because then Cinnamon will be able to use a stab attack. No, not stabby stab, but same type attack bonus. So for those of you that don't know, right, if a Pokemon uses an attack, all right, that is the same typing as them, they get a damage boost. Wow, first critical. Okay, that is not good. Let's go ahead and just take this Pidgey out and then heal outside of battle. And a critical. Oh, you know what? That was kind of risky. I forgot you could miss tackle. Oh, man. Okay, we're almost there. But as I said, whenever you can, it's always good to use an attack that is the same type as your Pokemon. Always does more damage. Let's go ahead and heal up. Cinnamon. Perfect. Alright. I think let's fight one more. Try and get to level 7. That way this next trainer... Oh, and it is a Kakuna now. I wish I had Ember. This would go a lot faster. It's gonna take a while, so strap on in and get comfortable. Right? We're just having a good time, making sure our Pokemon are safe. And, you know, doing a little bit of that first few route grinding action. Hopefully Cinnamon can bless us with a critical. Help speed this process up a little bit. Because otherwise we might be here for a while. But man, Cinnamon already taken one big critical from that Pidgey before this fight and tanking it. Yeah, like I said, these first few routes are so nerve-wracking, right? Because you just never know what... There you go. You can miss a tackle or like a crazy critical. So one other strategy point that I'd like to mention is we are going to avoid any Pokemon that have 4-time weaknesses, right? So Pokemon that are like water ground, bug fighting, right? Examples where a typing can really absolutely do insane damage to them, we are going to stay away from them, right? Those just spell disaster for any Pokemon Nuzlocke player. Even though some of those Pokemon might be really, really good, right? They might only have one weakness. Like, for example, Quagsire in this generation would be an amazing pickup. But unfortunately, if it gets hit by like a rogue grass move, it's dead, right? I've had one too many Graveler get absolutely one-shot by random, like, Golbat Giga Drains, or, you know, those types of things that you just don't even, like, realize that they have those moves that early on. That is what we want to avoid. Alright, let's go ahead and fight this little... Oh, you're wearing the running shoes. They make you feel like you're flying, don't they? But beware of wild Pokemon and trainers. When you run, the noise will attract them. Oh, I guess we don't. What is up in here? People usually come to my house looking for Mr. Pokemon's house. You didn't mean to visit. Oops. Do you have any apricorns? Apricorn trees bear fruit once a day. I have one of those trees too. Aw. Perfect. You can make Pokeballs. Oh, that is one thing I do love about this game. Making Pokeballs. All the different types of Pokeballs are so cool. The heavy ball, I think, is one you can make here is my favorite. With that apricorn box, you can carry so many apricorns. You'll be decent. Alright, perfect. And let's see, we get our first apricorn. Green apricorn? Or GRN, if I'm not mistaken. It's a Gurdon apricorn. That always made me laugh as a little kid. I put the Gurdon apricorn in the box. Alright. Oh man, I can't wait to have Pokeballs. And try, you know, building up our team. I want to see who our first, or who our second team member is going to be. I mean, it's most likely going to be, you know, like a Centret or Pidgey, but you never know. Like, they could become an essential party member. You never know. So, and in these games, you know, I don't think you have, you know, like the experience share or anything. So, grinding your peeps does take a little bit longer, so probably going to be doing some grinding off screen just to make sure that we kind of keep up, you know, to the appropriate levels of the trainers and gym leaders and such. All right, good thing we did not get poisoned there. Being poisoned in these early gens is also terrible. Oh, that guy looks pissed. Antidote, speaking of poison. A Pokemon can use its move as long as the moves still have PP. PP or power points, maybe? I can't remember what it stands for. Yep. What's going on over here? Go Rattata, tackle! What? This is a big battle. Leave me alone. Alright, dude. Don't have time for any of that attitude. Cinnamon the Cyndaquil. Let's go. See? 17 out of 35. That's the PB that they're talking about. Oh my gosh. My tackle's doing no damage because my attack stat is so low. I mean, yeah, once we get Ember, I think Ember is a special... I can't remember how moves work in this generation. I think at this point, they have been separated from just being totally, like, physical or special based, depending on the typing. Oh my god, another critical... Dude, these Pidgeys are absolute madmen. But you know what? Cinnamon is tanking out here. And we're level 8 Ember, maybe? Maybe? So yeah, our attack's 13, special attack 15, speed 16. So, as expected, still no Ember. But we do need to go ahead and heal. We're not about to be risking our cinnamon for any reason at all. Alright, let's keep going. Let's see if we can find Mr. Pokemon's house. And see if we can get Ember along the way. Yep, for this exact reason. Man, the music is so good. I'm probably going to say that like 1,000 times. Also, I might run out of tackles. before I can kill this Kakuna. No joke. Alright, yeah, I think we'll be fine. I might have to go back to the Pokemon Center and heal, just so I can get some of my PP back. But yeah, if you're enjoying this, you know, if you're having a good chill time so far, you know, consider leaving a like or leave a comment down below. Let me know if you were to play this game again, which starter would you choose, right? Who's your favorite? Is Chikorita your favorite? I'd love to know because, for one, you know, I'd love to see if anybody's favorite is Chikorita. But two, you know, engagement is always very helpful. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to go back to the Pokemon Center. Oh man, come on, Cinnamon. Hey, let's go. Man, I'm so hyped that we got a female Cyndaquil. Because I was thinking of the name Cinnamon. I was like, oh, I really want to name them Cinnamon. I mean, I still would have if it was a male. You know, I don't really care, but it's just a lot cooler that we got a female. That's really neat. All right, head back. Yeah, with and I think another rule I might try to add is the no switching setting, right? No, like asking if you want to switch, just to make it a little bit harder. Let's see if that is an option. Let's go ahead and save real quick. But yeah, you know how in a lot of the games, right, like it asks you in between, if you knock another opposing Pokemon out, it asks you if you'd like to switch. If we can remove that, I think that would be a nice little added difficulty to this Nuzlocke. That way we do have to play a little bit smarter about how we decide to build our team. So let's see if that is an option. Battle style. I think it's set. Alright, well, let's keep moving. Let's see if that did it. Off to Mr. Pokemon's house. Alright, if this is a Kakuna, we're skipping this. Ain't nobody got time for the bajillion Kakunas. Tackle. Oh, I can't wait to get that sweet Ember. We're definitely going to need it if we're going to try and fight some of these trainers. And plus, I think it's a specially based move, so it will help us, plus the fact that it's stab. Alright. Let's get to level 9 and Mr. Pokemon's house. Oh, which way should we go? Let's go ahead and fight this Pidgey real quick. We're starting to actually do some decent damage, just solely based off of the the level differences. Oh, hopefully this will get us to level 9, and maybe we'll learn Ember. So close. Looks like we just got to Mr. Pokemon's house. Let's see what kind of a pink apricorn. Pink. It's a pink apricorn. Alright, let's see what Mr. Pokemon has to say. Oh, is that Oak? You must be Mike. It was I who sent an email to Professor Elm earlier. This is what I want Professor Elm to examine. Mystery egg. So, there you go. A friend of mine from Ecritech gave it to me. I bet you can't find this kind of egg in Johto. I thought Professor Elm might be able to tell me what this is. He's the best when it comes to the research of Pokemon evolution. That's a quote from the famous Professor Oak. You're returning Professor Elm, aren't you? Here, your Pokemon should have some rest. Great. Look, it's our good old buddy old pal, Professor Oak. And with that, I'm Professor Oak, a Pokemon researcher. So you're Mike. I was just visiting my friend Mr. Pokemon. I heard you were running an errand for Professor Elm, so I waited here. Oh, what's this? A rare Pokemon. I see you must be helping Professor Elm's research. I think I understand why Professor Elm gave you that Pokemon. You will treat your Pokemon with love and care, it seems. Ah, you seem so dependable. Alright. Yeah, we'll take a Pokedex. For sure. High-tech encyclopedia. Sweet, and with that, I think we almost have all of our stuff down there. Alright, he has to go to Goldenrod for my usual radio show. Oh, that's right, he has a radio show. That's so sick. Lex has changed numbers just to be on the safe side. Awesome. Let's continue on our journey and go back to Professor Elm. Ah, see, there you go. Mike, it's a disaster. Oh, it's just terrible. What should I do? Please get back here now. Click. Oh, man. I think that's where we're going to end our first episode. We got to Mr. Pokemon's house. We got our awesome female Cyndaquil named Cinnamon. Hopefully, here in this next episode, we're going to go ahead and catch our first encounter, our first actual Pokemon, our second team member, and then we'll see what the heck happened with Professor Elm. So, if you've liked this so far, please consider subscribing, leaving a like, leaving a comment. Anything would be incredibly helpful. I do plan on uploading this whole series, finishing the game. This is such an amazing game, and it's pretty extended because you do, spoiler, get to go to a different region. So, stick around, continue watching. I do enjoy playing this, and any support is absolutely super appreciated. So, all right, thank you all. Have a great day. Bye.